Levin has wandered into the Ashen Chamber alone, Rivers.
He's kicking his feet at like the chair and the table, just pouting.
Came from upstairs.
You seem troubled.
Uncle Card is taking forever.
I'm sure he will be fine.
Kind of puffs his cheeks and lets out a little huh again. Auntie my Justice Rivers.
Yes.
Where's Mimsy and Ophelia? They'd at least be fun to talk to.
I don't know what you find fun to talk with about them.
They always say the funniest things.
They don't talk much.
See, this one time, Mimsy was like, ooh, Ophelia, your hair is like roses in the wind. And then her hair turned pink. It was so cool.
Do not learn your concept of romance from them.
What's a romance? Is it delicious?
No.
The door slams open abruptly.
Oh, I see you are here.
He looks very angry. Levin hops up and has a big smile on his face, but seeing Wildcard, his face drops. Boy, go to your room. But go to your room and read your books. We need to have a grown-up discussion, unfortunately. I promise I'll come and play with y'all after I'm done, alright?
Listen to Wildcard, boy.
Wildcard ruffles Levin's hair and he pouts again, but nods. Okay. Promise? I promise. Levin will scamper off.
You wanted to talk.
Seems like Jackie decided to make a deal with the Planehoppers, gave them information, or at least told them where to find me. While that is typically, something I wouldn't put past her, she's currently working with us, I thought. As such, sending someone that has a damn sealing device after me pisses me off.
Blackjack the Impartial, you outdo yourself again in getting siblings to want to murder you.
And at this point, the door at the bottom, the entrance to the Ashen Chamber opens. The form strolls in, plastered smile, an air of self-importance about.
Wildcard, just one of his four hands on the table, just.
She just kind of cranes her neck over at him.
Ah, there you are.
Here I am. Nice of y'all to make a deal with someone to possibly try and seal me. You realize I had to reveal one of my... Well, I had to reveal my hand partially, just to make sure I could not get sealed?
She folds her hands, 6 of them, coming out of the cloak. Puts a single finger on her chin of her floating emblem of a mouth.
Wildcard, I thought you wanted to get a strategic upper hand. The fool took a one-sided deal.
Let's just hope that they're not smart enough to understand how fucked they are.
Unlikely.
Rivers is going to stand.
Wildcard, seeing her stand, immediately straightens his posture and shuts up.
Rivers is going to walk in front of Blackjack.
You underestimate them.
Not currently.
They're smarter than they look. And if you had paid any attention to why we brought you into this planet to begin with, you would know not to underestimate any of them.
Does Blackjack have a chin? Or
What?
anything Rivers can grab?
You can grab the cloak, which is a collection of her body. So yeah,
Or the mouth itself.
it's
Can
a
I grab the
hologram.
mouth itself? Oh, it's a hologram.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to grab the cloak. Blackjack is shorter than Rivers.
Yep.
Going to lift her up to my. I'm going to stand completely up, lift her up. The points of each of her fingers poking through the material, hopefully, like, just jabbing a little bit.
Careful where you place your fingers, sister.
You may believe for them to be stupid enough to not understand what kind of deal they've gotten themselves into, but a risk is still a risk. Until we follow through with the rest of our plan, unintended risks are unnecessary, and I will not hesitate to remove you.
Very well. Then I guess you don't want the information I was able to gather.
Oh no, I want the information. I just want your methods to change. We don't need this much of a risk while we're down so many in numbers.
Suit yourself, dear sister.
Actually, she'll just drop her.
She lands with like a flutter and quickly draws the cloak back around her. And looks up.
I agree, sister. If we continue as we are, Wildcard stood not even a shadow of a chance.
I'll let them win. As soon as I got that bat out of the way, I wanted to give them a taste of what it's like to beat one of us. So that whenever we come back, they'll be cocky. They'll think we're pushovers. And that's when I show them. They hadn't even seen the full hand.
Shall I still have my eyes track them?
Your eyes have gotten in. I wouldn't necessarily track that specific one. We don't know how paranoid they can be. We don't know much about them. In fact, especially that group.
I'll stay back for now.
Survey the area. Try to get to the city.
And for God's sakes, don't Nazgul it up.
God, don't be an asshole.
She snaps her head and stares directly at, well, first Wildcard and then back at Rivers, pointing a finger at both of them. You seem to have struck a chord with her for once.
I would never consider it.
Oh, do we strike a chord?
You enjoy your power far too much, sister.
Oh no, I just know what I'm doing.
Touche.
I know you won't do anything to me until you get your chance to kill me off yourself.
Who says I want to kill you, sweet sister? No.
Perhaps you don't want to kill me, you just want to puppet me so that you have more than you should have.
Really? I thought she just wanted to have all her fingers in every pie she could.
Shrugs with all six of her shoulders.
Right then.
Whatever your interpretations of her motives are, we must keep things balanced.
As all things should be.
As all things should be, dear brother.
Blackjack, is that all you gotta share with us for now?
For now.
Very well. My Justice, may I speak with you in your office, please?
Oh, requesting to see me alone, I see.
Wildcard. A moment alone in the office. Ooh. How picturesque.
I wonder if he's going to ask me to slap him like I always do.
You swear her grin gets wider.
Wildcard tips his hat down. His grin gone. His eyes glowing underneath the hat.
Blackjack gets up and leaves.
Goodbye.
She has other things to do.
I'm bored.
Oh, I love this. Hold, wait.
I tired.
I'm tired of this.
I'm tired of this.
Just don't
Fuck, please.
this to make fun of her.
Oh god, I fucking love these three. Alright, you two.
Into the office, damn it.
He will open the door for Rivers to go first.
By all means, go ahead.
Very well.
You are the more important one, so I would hate for someone to come up behind you and stab you.
What, like the time I left? Closes the door and makes sure to lock it. Like the time I left a sword where Nazgul's body would have been? Yeah, trust me.
Exactly. No.
I don't trust her right now. It feels like
She's the impartial, you never trust her.
I don't trust her even more so than usual.
As you should.
Bringing her on may have been good at the time, but I think we need to definitely keep an eye on her even more so than usual, my justice.
Wildcard with the formalities. What happened?
You know I only get like this whenever it's time to get serious. And whenever I sense an injustice in the air.
I see.
I do not like being fucked with. She nearly cost us. Me.
She did. You were rather lucky.
I was unlucky. The cards were not in my favor. I had to reveal the fact I can open rifts to other planes.
We are down that surprise.
We are.
We need to continue making our plan. And I do not care if that involves Blackjack or not. We need to divide and conquer.
What we need is another way to get people over there besides just me.
We all know what we need.
Is that another cry for help, I hear?
Again, that's 2 times this week, sister.
Yeah, you guys are really doing wonderfully for yourselves.
I don't believe we need help yet.
Oh, are you sure I could just leave again?
No.
My justice,
You're such... Yes, Wildcard.
if we can find someone that can just summon people on the other side, that would suffice, yes?
Yes, but the amount of summoners is, 4?
Sometimes there's that rare occurrence where someone's born with a wizard power that allows them to summon, isn't it? And summoning is just a form of sometimes runic magic, correct?
In theory.
Couldn't we just find and manipulate a mortal that has that power?
The chances of finding one is low. We've effectively shut down the Australian ways of teaching wizards and their documentation of wizard powers.
Wildcard, Rivers. Within the city of Umbra, could you pick out a likely candidate?
Candidate for what?
The gift.
I see.
They'd have to make a deal with me, of course.
But if we honey our words and make it seem all that worthwhile, I think anyone would take that deal. After all, some people will do anything for power.
Isn't that the truth? But who?
I've been around the parts here and there. I think I can introduce you to a few people, sister.
Alright. We'll find a candidate.
Good. Bring them to me. I'll handle the rest.
You feel his presence leave.
Helen.
Wildcard.
Yes.
How do you feel about Morpha?
Not trustworthy. You could easily sway her one way or another. Same with Mimsy and Ophelia.
She
Say
thrives
that-
off of pure chaos.
She does, but the Planehoppers hold more chaos than we do currently. I met that new Magister, Kiana, was it? There is a chaos in her heart. She hides something dark beneath those words. You can tell. She is not what she seems. And I won't lie, when I was near her, I felt a very strange urge I only feel around certain people. I was resisting the urge to kill her, there and then.
Look into her. Also look into any events that might be taking the Planehoppers away from the towers. They may be on their guard, but they can't cover all of their bases at once.
May I pose a plan of attack?
By all means.
We weakened one of the towers currently.
Yes. The one in the void.
Yes, and as I recall, that one has a connection to another, does it not?
Yes. Go straight into the ethereal tower. Connected directly.
Yes, here's my plan of attack, sister. We send a force. We send a smaller force there. Some of our heaviest hitters.
We're already down so many. We don't want to split our forces. We have an army.
Fair. I just do not trust her that much.
I don't trust her either. But here's the thing. Here's an idea. Do we know who's being held where? Yuusuke, Morpha, school. I'd like to kill him. If we know where they're held, towers, prisons, wherever they may be, we aim not for those, but gates close to them. Say we break the void gate. Someone's being held in the ethereal. We storm the ethereal gate. That gets shattered. Anyone being held there, we essentially gain back. If we're fast enough. We don't know how fast the Planehoppers can move. Which is why we sadly need Blackjack. We need what they can do. We can't underestimate them again, otherwise we will lose.
But they can't seal something that's actually there. They don't know that I can open a portal from here to there yet.
They will find out about it in about 48 hours.
Yes, so using Blackjack as a pawn would be useful.
Blackjack with surveillance, we need to keep an eye. It's a shame we're down so many fucking numbers.
We lost Yuusuke. Oblivia's...
Olivia's sulking in her room, or wherever she is. I don't actually know where she is. I don't really pay attention.
She went for a walk.
Oh, have we heard how many dead? With 0, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's no dead.
What if we take Father's deal? We try to gather information as best we can. We play Blackjack, try to tip the scales in our favor.
Using my imagery now. How are you?
Hey, it was mine first.
I wear it better.
You do. I'm a better, how you say, way to help tip the scales in our favor. He'll summon his own scale. However, it looks rusted and decayed, and it's heavily leaning towards one side.